Friday. We are cooking today. I'm actually cooking up a literal lemon storm. The star of the show today is going to be the Infusio Meyer lemon olive oil because, I mean, this is everyone's favorite all year round, but especially in the spring when we start wanting like these spring recipes with lemon, and I'm gonna make you some wonderful things today. So we put everything on sale at SuzanneSummers.com. It's 25% off.
Ooh, amazing. With code LEMON25.
Lemon25 at SuzanneSummers.com. So
Put it right here.
That's okay. It's so pretty. So, you know, again, we're celebrating spring. Easter's coming up, Passover's coming up, so we all have a lot of wonderful family recipes that we like to pull out this time of year. I'm going to start by making you a Tableside Caesar salad. But instead of using regular olive oil, I'm going to splurge and use the Meyer lemon because it just gives it an extra zing of lemon that makes it so utterly delicious. So here's how you make a Tableside Caesar. I have a recipe in my book, Served, and so this is what I follow. I kind of measure with my heart, but I did write down measurements for you. So let's get going. We're going to start with some anchovies. I know some people think like ew to anchovies, but anchovies are the umami. If you absolutely cannot stand anchovies, you can use capers, or if you're like me, you can use both because I love like the salty brine of both. So capers and anchovies.
What does umami mean?
Umami is like it's like the taste that you get. It's like a round, full, rich taste that you get from like mushrooms or meat or...
Miso.
Yes, exactly.
I always thought, you know, like my mommy, you mommy.
Okay, so here's what you want to do is you want to take the anchovies and the capers and you just want to mash them against the side of a bowl. Certainly you can do this with an emulsion blender or with a food processor, but a true Tableside Caesar, this is how they make it. And I'm going to tell you, there are not a ton of Caesar salads in Italy. You rarely see a Caesar salad in Italy. It was actually invented by an Italian chef in Tijuana who kind of took everything he had in the kitchen and turned it into this amazing salad, and that's how it became Caesar salad. So yes, it's attributed to Italy, but it's not really Italian. And do you see Caesar salads? I think we saw one, but usually when you see a Caesar salad in Italy, they're trying to appeal to Americans. But at American Italian restaurants, you bet that is something that you see frequently and so well done. Okay, so
as well as more garlic, we learned.
Heavy, you know, they don't use a heavy amount of garlic in Italy. That again is more of an Italian-American tradition. So now I'm going to add the garlic. So I used in this recipe 3 to 4 anchovies and about a tablespoon of capers. I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic.
I just got a garlic press and I'm so excited about it.
Then I'm going to add, Violet, how much salt and pepper do I have in there? Just so I can give you in the recipe. What does the salt and pepper say? Here, I'm going to use the
1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay,
and
so
1 teaspoon of pepper.
Okay, so this is my good salt here, and this is coarsely ground black pepper. So we ground this just in the. You want to get the mortar and pestle so they can see. You want like a very coarse, peppery flavor for a Caesar. So we did it in here with fresh peppercorns, and that's how you get the nice, you get a big flavor with the pepper. Okay, so now I'm just going to blend this together. Okay, what's next, Violet?
What's next?
After salt and pepper, add the oil. And the Parmesan.
And
Okay.
an egg.
No, isn't there olive oil next?
Well, you said next. I'm going in order of the recipe.
After salt and pepper?
There is olive oil, but it's not next.
Oh, okay. Salt, pepper, add the Parmesan. No, add olive oil, garlic. Okay, oil. Okay, how much oil should we put in?
3/4 of a cup.
Okay, so 3/4 of a cup of the, and you can use regular olive oil for this. Again, I am using my Meyer lemon because I just love the extra zing of flavor that it gives. Okay, now the Parmesan cheese, honey. How much?
1 cup.
1 cup of Parmesan. I freshly grated this. Please don't use pre-grated because it doesn't taste the same. And also, you want to use the pure one, which is Parmigiano Reggiano. It has a very different flavor. It comes from a specific region in Italy and happens to be where my grandparents are from on my mother's side. So, okay, here's the mixture that you have. Now, if you were going to make delicious croutons for this, this is what you would be putting on your bread and toasting in the oven to make your croutons. But I'm not going to be making croutons today.
Wow.
But this is the mixture that you use for the croutons. And it makes glorious croutons. Not like those wasted, dried, there's no reason. A crouton out of a box, like, it's not even worth it to me.
This is
Okay.
breadcrumbs?
No, you put the breadcrumbs. That's what you would put on your breadcrumbs. Now, can you get the lighter? Oh, thank you. Okay, now what we're going to do is add the egg. No one really loves using raw egg, but that is how you make mayonnaise. That is how you make emulsion. So what we do is we coddle the egg. And coddling the egg means you just cook it in boiling water for 90 seconds. And it just kills like the initial, the worst
Salmonella.
offender bacteria. But you still get that incredible emulsion in your Caesar. So I have my little pot of water over here. I'm just gonna let that. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna let that come up to a boil because I had it on simmer. The other things we're going to be making for you today, we're going to make pesto with gnocchi. And this is something that I made for Violet's birthday on Sunday.
Good.
And I made it gluten-free and vegan because of all the allergies that these girls had. And it came out so well that I actually just decided not to make a separate one for us. So I'm making that for you from scratch today because so many of you DM'd me and said, how do we make the gnocchi? So
You're being upstaged.
Hi, Miss Bill.
So I'm making that with the pesto. The pesto, we've made the pesto on this show so many times. Suzanne's recipe for pesto, it's on SuzanneSummers.com in the recipe section. If you guys are ever looking for the recipes at SuzanneSummers.com, there are a ton of infusio recipes. Go to SuzanneSummers.com, click on Explore, and in the first tab it says recipes. And every time we do these shows, we post the recipes there, and you can go back and see all of the recipes. And the pesto is there. I happen to already have it made. And then Violet, do you want to preview your?
The cake?
Yeah.
You want to show it now?
Just a little preview.
What does that mean? Show it or
Yeah,
not
just
show it?
yeah, just give a little.
This hot.
Am I walking here?
No, it's okay. She's coming.
Okay.
She's coming to you.
She's going to dolly to me.
Yeah.
Don John 710. You girls all look so beautiful.
Oh,
This is a Meyer lemon
What?
pistachio cake.
It's an
Pistachio
olive
olive
oil
oil cake.
What?
Meyer lemon olive oil pistachio cake.
Damn.
So this is a recipe that I made up 2 years ago. I did the blood orange and pistachio. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No, just we done the wrong way. Blood orange and pistachio, and I made it for Suzanne for Mother's Day. And that recipe is also in the recipe section at SuzanneSummers.com. But today, Violet switched it up and did Meyer lemon because it's lemon day. You guys want to show them the other oils and vinegars that we have? And
Yes. But I think I'm going to just really quickly wash my hands because I just touched bunny pie.
over here, Debbie.
Don't forget a
this, guys. 25% off site-wide with the promo code LEMON25 at SuzanneSummers.com. We have so many amazing olive oils. We have the Meyer lemon, which we spoke about, which I really love for lemony things. It also works for desserts, I find.
It's kind of a universal good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
also
like the go-to. I think it's a bestseller.
my favorite thing to do is just cut open an avocado. And if I'm feeling lazy and I just want a 2 or 3 ingredient snack, cut open avocado. I just put that in with a little salt and pepper, and it's so easy. Yeah, and you don't even have to add like usually I like to squeeze a lemon, but if I get lazy, you don't have to if you have this one.
That's
Yeah,
so true. And it adds a nice little tartness to it.
I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients for my Caesar. This is the juice of 1 lemon that I pre-squeezed. You have about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, which is also an emulsifier, so that helps you to get that nice thick coating that we like on a Caesar. 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, you know, about-ish. There you go. We need a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And a few dashes of Tabasco. It smells so good. If you see a Caesar salad recipe that's made with actual mayonnaise, like, no, I'm not about that. I don't like that.
Gross.
I don't like it. I like to, it's a homemade mayonnaise is what it is. Oil, lemon, egg, that's actually what a homemade Caesar is. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, hey Mike, I'm going to take my egg and I'm going to put it in the boiling water. Can one of you set the timer for 90 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he's coming.
I need.
90 seconds on the, and then we're gonna have a preview of your potato gnocchi that's happening next.
So excited.
This is how you make it?
All day? Oh, the gnocchi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that for you next.
Wow.
You guys
Are we
can
not
help
doing
me
anything
knead?
with this potato?
Yeah, that's part of my demo. You wanna put these over here, sweetie? Switch out my,
Are we coddling?
probably, we're just waiting the 90 seconds.
Oh, is it in there?
It's in there.
Oh, couldn't see.
Maybe.
It's hidden. Oh, it's there. It is. That's what a coddled egg. The eggs are so sensitive; they have to be coddled.
Okay. I also have this beautiful lettuce that is ready to go. These are little baby romaines, which I love to do with the Caesar just because, I don't know, it's just a little more, look how sweet that is.
Classy.
Yeah. These are really nice. So I've got these ready to go on my plate over here.
10 seconds for the.
Okay. So you can just sort of pull these apart and then you can pour the dressing on top, or you can toss it all in there, however you like.
I think it's ready now.
Okay,
Yeah.
pull it out with the slotted spoon and put it in a little container. Perfect, thank you.
Feels like Easter.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna let this cool for 1 second, and then we're gonna have this nice salad ready.
Beautiful lettuce.
Yeah, it does look nice.
So, you can see we're just about ready here, but what's gonna happen when you add the egg is, it's still a little too hot to hold. What's happening after the egg? Cold egg. Oh, that's it. That's it. And then, you know, if you want it a little thinner, you can add a little more olive oil. If you want it a little thicker, you can add a little more cheese. We always taste for salt and pepper, of course. If you like a little more Tabasco or Worcestershire, that's also up to you. But you saw how fast that is to make this. It's really not a hard recipe.
Yeah.
You girls come in here with me.
I have a question about the basil.
Okay, what is your question?
So I recently recently bought one of these live basils.
Uh-huh.
How do you not kill it?
Well, what I do is I put it in a
I
jar,
did that
and then you have to put a half an inch to an inch of water.
every day.
It's pretty much every other day, I find.
Okay, mine's every day.
Every day?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then mine looks like this.
Well, then what you want to do is you want to, when you're using it, you want to top it. So you take the leaves off the top. Yeah. You take the leaves off the top here. Always like above, you know.
A joint.
Yeah. So you go like this, and that, you know, you also have to trim
Why
it.
above the joint?
Just because that's where the new sprouts are going to grow. So, but using the leaves is part of the pruning process, which helps to keep your basil alive. So these are all going to be really pretty for garnish.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now you
I have a small garden. full
yeah.
of
I mean,
basil.
I made a ton. I mean, I already made the pesto, and I used a ton of this gorgeous fresh basil.
So we need actually to reintroduce you guys because Michelle is saying, "Who are these people?"
Oh, hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I'm Caroline Summers. I am the president of SuzanneSummers.com. And these are my two daughters, Camellia and Violet. Their grandmother was Suzanne Summers. I'm married to Bruce Summers, who is Suzanne's son. And I've been running the business with Suzanne and Alan for
And we just
over
hacked
30
this
years.
Instagram.
Yeah. So now I'm going to take the egg, and what you're going to do is you fingers. Okay, so this is how the coddled egg works. It's, as you can see, it's only partially cooked, but that helps to kill the bacteria. So again, you're getting that raw egg effect, but you're killing
Wow.
a lot of the bacteria in there.
And how do you kill the bacteria outside of there? With Wallace air, just saying.
I could use a whisk here, but you with me, Bruce?
What about a fork? Here's a whisk.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to whisk in that.
Wow.
It's so tasty. I'm going to add a little more cheese. And Camellia, I think what we're going to do is have Daddy eat this, and you're going to take the camera.
Okay.
So, like I said, you
I'm
could
not
take
really into salads.
you could take all of your chopped lettuce and dump it right in here and toss it, and you're done. Or you can, if you want to do something that's a little more elegant, you can do this. And you ready, Bruce? And we're going to put this over these baby gems. And then you want a little more Parmesan on top.
Wow.
Okay, and then you know what I'd like, Violet, is a nice little lemon slice.
Okay. That's beautiful.
And put that there.
Little side editorial, Francesca Carmela said, in Sicily from 1973 to 1978, we ate raw eggs with sugar, and that was our dessert.
I've heard you say that.
Yum.
before.
I've seen that online a little.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
It's just for a photo, so you know.
It does sound like when I was a kid, we didn't have dessert. We had raw eggs and sugar.
All right. I don't know where my phone is. In my purse, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get some pictures, and then this is our first course. Here we go.
Wow.
Okay.
This is the Caesar salad with the Meyer lemon, extra beautiful olive oil in there.
Would you call
That
that
is the
a
course
deconstructed
one.
Caesar salad?
No, it's not really deconstructed. It's, but this is ready to just toss for sure. Mike,
So
would you
a
like
little,
salad, honey?
little
Yeah, but he can't have
more on the
cheese.
raw eggs. T.S. Acenti had raw eggs with vermouth.
Oh my god.
now I'm gonna make the gnocchi. So we're gonna move this out. Move that in for me, honey.
What?
The potatoes. Okay, right here. Hold on. Okay.
So on Facebook, if anyone is commenting, apparently in order for us to see your comments, you have to use a star.
No, that's not true.
Well, it says there are no comments popping up, so something's going on.
Here, let me see.
And there are a lot of people watching, and I want to honor the hundreds of people
We
watching.
don't admit, I mean, we don't, like, that whole star thing has nothing to do with us. It's something Facebook does to try to get you to, I don't know.
No, it's you don't have to put the stars. Just comments sent with stars will go there.
Okay, so here's
Okay,
how.
but no comments are showing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, none. It just has a.
Slide it. Just slide the comments on. Okay, here we go, guys. I am going to explain how easy it is to make potato gnocchi. All you do is bake the potatoes, which is what I did. I baked these for about an hour on 400 degrees. And I took them out, let them cool a little bit, and then I'm going to scoop this out. And this is a potato ricer, which is an inexpensive and good tool for you to have in your kitchen if you don't have one. So we just put the cooled potato in here. Now normally you would have eggs and often like a little bit of ricotta cheese, but thank you. I'll take this. But oh, there you go. But because my girls are gluten and dairy free, we have to get Dad eating the salad. Okay, so this is how you rice a potato. Super easy.
Here, you want me to look?
Hold on, we're getting Daddy.
Grand reveal.
Caesar now.
Down.
Is it good?
Wonderful. Good.
She's been making this Caesar our entire marriage, and it never gets old. It's amazing.
Wow.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, back to you, Mom.
Okay, here we go. But would you grab that gluten-free flour, honey? All right, can I just stay there and make sure you can see what's happening here?
Okay, I was turning this one around.
Okay, so now we really need a 2-cup measuring cup, the dry one. Okay, so I use about, I'm gonna say 4 potatoes, 2 cups of flour, but it really depends how much moisture your potatoes have in them. So, oh, this is fine. And I'm using a gluten-free flour because my girls can't have regular flour, but normally you would throw in an egg, you would throw in some flour, a little bit of ricotta cheese, a little bit of olive oil, and salt and pepper.
Beth Ann is asking, can you tell me if the mini set of oils and vinegars will ever come back?
You know what, Beth Ann? I love those little mini oils and vinegars. The manufacturer was having a hard time finding those small bottles, and to my knowledge, has not been successful in getting them back. So I can't. I hope the answer is yes, but you know, sometimes when you use these small vendors, they run up against issues like this. So.
Donna Vieira said, I love Caroline's cooking. I just need to get the cookbook. I think I'm getting it for Mother's Day from someone. Hint, hint to my kids that are on here watching.
My book is available at carolinesummers.com. If you're interested, it's called Served, and it's like it's my first edition of my family recipes. I'm not going to use the coarse ground pepper in this, so I'm going to just use my pepper grinder here.
Albo775 just joined. Asked, what are you making? Well, we just made a tableside Caesar salad. Now we're making potato gnocchi. And today, V, do you want to get the sign?
Yes.
Today we have a special promo code for you.
25% off site.
Lemon 25.
With the promo code lemon 25.
I'm going to put a little bit of lemon zest in here as well because I made the pesto with lemon because, again, it's spring. I just wanted it to be really bright and fresh. So the pesto is pine nuts, basil, parsley, olive oil, a little garlic, lemon zest, salt and pepper. And
Yeah.
you use, I mean, I used a ton of basil. And then of course you can add Parmesan cheese to it, but I didn't add any to the one that I'm making for the girls so that they can have a dairy-free version. Okay, and then you're gonna add just a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm being decadent, so I'm going to use the Meyer lemon because I can.
It's so good.
I probably would not be using this in a regular potato gnocchi because, you know, it's an expensive oil. The thing about the, can you see in here? The thing about our Infusio products, the olive oils and the balsamics, it is a beautiful finishing oil and balsamic. You don't need a whole lot of it. They're infused with all of these beautiful flavors that really help anyone to feel like you are a spectacular chef because all the flavor is in there. It turns any salad into something special. If you are cooking any kind of meat for the holidays, Suzanne loved to make lamb chops and would just drizzle a little bit of that pomegranate or the vanilla fig or the balsamic, any of those balsamics. You just warm it up and drizzle it on at the end. Incredible. Those are like incredibly beautiful. And then of course, salad on vegetables. This Meyer lemon, any steamed or sauteed vegetable, just drizzle it on at the end with salt and pepper.
I'm gonna be taking that home for my salads.
Okay.
I will take anything that you'll give me home.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
I stockpile
I
these.
use
They're
these a
so
lot.
good.
They're great.
What's the shelf life of the oil if unopened?
I've never had one go bad, but the only way you know, I mean, it's best if you can keep it in a cool, dry place and out of the direct sun. They'll last you longer. You can tell if an oil's gone bad because it starts to smell rancid. What does rancid smell like? It just smells off. It doesn't have that florally scent that you get from olive oil, and it'll start to smell a little bit turned. You'll notice that with nuts too. Nuts will start to turn. And I can only say you'll know when you smell it. And if you're going, is this off? It's probably off. But I never have these around long enough. I would think after 2 years, if they haven't been sitting in the direct sun, they're probably fine. Okay, can you put that on? Okay, now we are going to knead the gnocchi, and I'm just going to take a bit.
I know that you're brewing with a dad joke. I just know it. I could see you as soon as she said, now we're gonna need the gnocchi.
I bit my tongue. I've been warned. I can't do them too often.
No, we love your dad jokes. Just, you know,
It's just not too much.
Well, it's more special if you save like, you know, put 30% in your back pocket, right? Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of flour on my board, and then we're just going to knead this for about 5 minutes.
So you say knead?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to get back on camera, honey?
Sure.
Okay. Here's the flour.
I'm done with my salad. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Bruce can eat all 3 courses. My girls can only eat the...
You can only have one.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a portion of this at a time and pull it together because this is a lot to work with here. I had 8 potatoes to start with, and you don't need that many. Sweetie, put that over there. So you just want to pull this together with your hands. If it's separating too much, just add a little bit of oil, and that will help to bring it together. You know what else is in that drawer? You know, my scraper.
I don't know what Tracy said, but Tracy said, I'm sorry, I'm being silly. It's Friday and 2 glasses of cab. So I'm going to scroll back and see what Tracy said.
Let's find it, Tracy.
Oh, Tracy's like doing the dad joke for me. She said, nuts?
Do you want to knead anyone?
Yeah,
Mama?
yes. Yeah, but now I just touched the button, so I got
Put that in the next to my watch.
Sure.
Yeah.
My mom asked me to wear her ring, and I was like, I know these ladies. I know they're gonna have questions.
It was a birthday present.
No, but if I'm wearing it, I know they're gonna be asking like,
Right.
is there something you didn't tell us? I would tell you. I would tell you.
Okay, so I'm gonna need this. Why don't you need this for a few more minutes, Steve?
So you want to do it?
Sure.
Did you just wash your hands? Okay, here. I'll get you some to do too, by the way.
So I just go like this.
When you're kneading, I'm gonna show you a little.
You're kind of wanting that. You're not needing it.
So what you want to do is pull it this way and then push it forward.
I think I was kind of doing.
I've always been good at that.
There you go.
Listen, no, I mean like with people, with men.
I don't know.
I didn't mean that in a chameleon. Made it seem like I meant that in a bad, dirty way.
Well, you said you know how to not come on too strong.
Yeah, I know how to push
She
and
knows
pull.
how to play cautious.
I tell all my girlfriends, now ignore them. And
That's true.
that's when they come running back. You
Yeah.
have to make men really stressed out in order to get them to like you.
Do you? I'm gonna
Except
give
for
you
me.
just a teeny
That wasn't
bit-
true with me.
3 years.
3 years you were really stressed
3
out.
years.
That's,
I made you wait 3 years.
that's true. I almost like gave up. I guess I'm just going to be friend zoned for the rest of my life.
I've heard that the hormone that makes women fall in love is oxytocin, but there's a different one that makes men fall in love, and it's the stress. It's not cortisol. It's a
Oh.
different like stress hormone.
It's the baseball hormone.
Put my
Yeah.
breasts up.
I always say you're not being mean. You know,
Thank you.
You're showing
being
your
strategic.
worth.
You're being strategic.
Actually, to be honest with you, I was playing the long game because I was not on mommy's radar.
All right, Kanaya, I think yours is good there. Now, normally we would then let this rest. Let me pop it.
Stella has a question, Caroline. Does
Yes.
Caroline usually have everything prepped before dinner, have everything done ready for dinner, or does she continually cook between each course?
I prepare for you guys when I'm doing a show like this.
Or for a dinner party, you do.
Yeah,
but
I-
not for like a Tuesday night dinner.
True.
But Tuesday night dinner, we don't have a 4-course meal. We
True.
have dinner.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what you're going to do is you normally let this rest for a few minutes, but there's no time for us to rest. So I'm going to cut off one piece of it here. And again, I don't want it to be sticky. And I'm going to roll this into, when you use real flour and egg, you can roll this like a real dough into a rope. When you're making it gluten-free and vegan, it's a little more special. So I just kind of mold it like this. But you can see I'm stretching it out longer and longer
Is
with
this
each
not
one.
heated enough?
Try it. So we're turning these into nice, I don't like my gnocchi too big. They puff up when they're in the water. So I like them to be a little smaller. Could you get like 2 large forks? The ones on the left. There is a gnocchi board that you can get that has ridges in it. You can also just use the back of the fork, which is what we're going to do today. And just set them down right here for now. So here we can start. No, not yet. Just start making rope like longer and thinner.
This?
Yes, good, Violet. Good. Longer and thinner, and then just tap it down. And you want them to all be about the same size. Again, if you had regular dough with regular flour and a little egg in there, it's a lot easier to work with. But I was surprised at how well these came out. Then you want to take a knife or a pastry cutter like this, and you just want to cut them
That part
in
looks
the
so
same
fun.
size.
I know, that's
You
what
can
I'm really
each-
excited
You can each
about.
do your own.
Yeah, really excited.
Okay, here you go.
Very excited.
Pull them apart there, Caroline, so everyone can see. There you go. They're about the size of a big toe.
They're adorable.
Mine are smaller than yours. Is that okay?
Okay.
They're gonna be kind of like
She's hiccuping. She's not burping. Sorry.
Michael always thinks I'm burping when I do that.
Okay, now, here's how you turn it.
My
A
turn.
gnocchi should have ridges. It should have a ridge because the ridge helps hold the sauce. So, a little smaller, sweetie.
But not most of the gnocchis that I see, or sorry, gnocchi
Little bit.
that I see do have ridges.
Really?
Little, yeah.
Maybe I haven't seen the right ones.
Oh.
Maybe I haven't been paying attention.
Okay, so now, all you do to, all right, you ready for this, Bruce? All you do to turn it into, and this one is very crumbly, but you get the idea. Just gonna put a little flour on there. And you can like mold it in your hand a little bit. Again, these are a little temperamental because of the lack of gluten here.
Ooh.
I'm going to come off and get a close-up of that.
If I want to get a fork and one more fork. So, like, get it together first. It helps.
Get it together.
Yeah, pull it together. There we go. It's starting to get a little. And we'll just roll it down.
Don John 710's a big fan of Caroline.
Oh,
He's-
Isn't.
So happy, so great her daughters are learning from the best.
It's really true.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people really impressed with my cooking lately, and I think about all I learned, not even from doing, but just from watching my
Watching.
mom over the years.
Is that
That's great.
good?
Yeah.
So I feel
Just
lucky.
if you pull it together, yeah, if you like work it a little, it helps to. You've seen better looking gnocchi in your life. I'm going to tell you that. But guess what?
It all
These are going to
tastes the
taste
same.
great, and my
Oops.
girls can eat them, which is amazing because
Mm-hmm.
it is hard to make a pasta dish gluten, dairy, and egg free that tastes really good. And this one really tasted so good that I didn't even feel like I had to make something different for me and Bruce and Jeff. So it's really nice. Violet, yours is looking good.
Getting a lot of love on this show. Got hearts
Mine's
going.
not looking too good.
No, it looks good, honey.
Yeah, but it looks homemade.
Okay, this dough here, Violet, your dough looked a little wetter and a little better.
Yeah. Should I add some olive oil?
No, just we can clean up the rest after the show. But I just want to make one batch of these are looking nice.
So there's an online movement for Violet to do a gluten-free dessert cookbook.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Thank you. They saw those
Yeah.
cakes I made, and they probably thought that
Yeah, everyone's
I was
giving you a
more
lot of
advanced
love.
than I am.
Now, some gnocchi people will just put a little thumbprint in like that. And
Why
they'll
don't
just
we
make
do
them like
that?
But they look cute like that. They look pillows.
They're also cute like that.
Why don't we do that?
You could do that.
Okay.
Wait, I'm just going like this. Press. I'm not rolling because they're too crumbly.
Okay.
So I'm pressing.
We're having many different types of gnocchi.
You know what? We're experimenting, and those of you who are actually Italian and make this,
What
I'm
about a
gonna tell-
polygon?
tell me your tips and tricks. It's just a little more challenging with the gluten-free vegan, but I don't care because my children can eat it and it tastes so good that it's okay if it doesn't look, quite as good
What's your
as.
relationship to experimentation?
Audrey Lee Inspires just received her Wellis Air. Yoo-hoo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make this first batch so you guys can see because we are on the clock here. So, Bruce,
See?
I'm going to come over here. Add some salt to, you want to make sure that your water is well salted, because that's how you give your pasta or your gnocchi the extra flavor. Now, you can stay there, I'll come to you. No, it's okay, stay there, honey, I'm coming back to you.
Coming back. Sorry.
It's okay. For some reason, I saw mommy with that knife, and then I felt that on my back, and my brain thought that I was getting attacked.
So everyone wants to know if Bunny's okay.
Bunny's great.
She just has a terminal like brain issue.
Chronic.
Chronic.
It's not.
Sorry.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to put this in the salted water. And it's only going to take about a minute for these to come up. And so I have my pan here. Sorry. Okay, this is my pesto that I made. I made it earlier this week. And a lot of you asked me about blanching the basil. Look at how bright green this is. It did not turn black.
Nice.
If any of you have pesto, you know that basil bruises easily and it turns black. So when you put it in the fridge, you often get a black layer on the top. But when you blanch it, it locks in the color like this. So all I'm going to do is let this pan come up to heat a little bit. Violet, when you get a sec, would you grab me a measuring cup?
Pat Mac just received the spring wine from Perbaco and
nice.
opened a bottle, and it's great. Isn't it fantastic?
No, glass. So this is going to become my sauce. So all you need is pasta water.
Ooh, they're
You
rising.
can see how these are coming up now.
Cute.
So as soon as they come up to the top, they are ready to go. So I'm going to add the pesto in here. I have a spider, and this is what I'm going to use to lift out the gnocchi.
Violet.
Okay. Just do one. And then
Wow.
I'm going to add the pasta water.
My mouth is watering.
You can always add more. So, but look at this gorgeous color.
Wow.
And you can
That is
see
verdant.
Vivian Westwood.
because I could use just a little more pasta water. Pull it together. Now again, this has no cheese in it. Has no gluten. And I'm going to lower the heat on this. I'm just letting this come together. Well, okay. So you saw how fast that was. Get my little dish here.
Hey, Facebook, we just figured out how to see your comments. We're just seeing them now. I apologize.
We are making fun shapes over here.
I'm going to put just a few toasted pine nuts on this. And Violet, where's that pretty sprig of basil, sweetie? A little garnish for me. Okay, let's put that
Wow.
back over here. I'm going to make one more and you guys can eat it.
Beautiful. That was so fast.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Where did it from? Mama, take a little bit. Ow. From my hometown.
Sorry for the jostling, everyone.
Absolutely not okay. So beautiful. Nice. Here. Alright, put it this way.
spoons or forks?
Spoons.
Okay. Where's my other basil one? I'm not sure this. Okay. Camellia? Violet?
Yum.
Come taste. I don't like to overdo. I'll make him a bowl in 1 second.
Okay,
So
I'm
just-
gonna make him say hello.
Just a tiny bit of red
Ooh,
pepper flakes. Okay. All right. Get in your light. Come over here. Get your bowl. Get in your light. Don't bring your knife.
You're gonna be really hot. I'm gonna let you try first. Too hot?
Oh, it's heavenly. I think this is yours. Touching.
No, this one's definitely mine.
I like them little,
It's so
Wow.
good.
but they're
Wow.
like little heavenly clouds of potato
You want
dumpling
mine now?
covered in this beautiful verdict green pesto.
Wow.
It's so springy and fabulous. I
yeah.
just, I love them.
This isn't fair. Something about this is not
Yeah,
fair
say
for
something.
everyone who's not.
Wait,
eating
Michael,
it.
come here. Come have a bite.
You don't have to do it on camera if you don't want to. That's up to you. Yeah, you get to, but feed him.
But just come here so that it's not on the white couch.
Yeah. So that is a wonderful starter for your Easter menu or a wonderful side dish. If you like a little chop that you can have on the side, like that's amazing. But I served this as an entree because it was so tasty.
So amazing.
Yeah, I got so excited about it that, it takes a while to make these, but I make them in advance and I put them in a baggie in the freezer, and then it just takes them a little longer to come up. Okay, Violet, it's time for your cake,
Okay,
baby.
look
Yeah.
at this new shape.
Violet looks a little gnocchi drunk.
What?
You look a little drunk on gnocchi.
You're ready, I'm excited about it. Okay, now we are going to move the cake over here. So you can, I'm gonna move this out. Wait, you just do it over here. I'm gonna move this whole thing so you can do it on the camera. Okay, can I give that counter a quick wipe down? Okay. There we go.
That's so pretty. Pretty as hell. Is that scary for you?
No, this is boldly.
But
You know that you guys are coming over on Monday. I might
All right, move over here,
something
Sue.
on my sleeve
I love
this
some
round. Yeah. Okay, this might be crazy, but I'm just gonna try. So I always run a knife on. I've also been putting parchment paper on the sides of the cake recently, which is very helpful in getting out. I'm just gonna go like this and see if it's coming out. But this cake we actually want the other way. So back like this.
It's a pretty hard, it's a sturdy cake. It's
Yeah.
not a fragile one.
I'm also kind of like a risky girl when it comes to baking. Like I do some things that I probably shouldn't do. And then look at this beautiful, with dusting, I think it's best to start in the middle. No one taught
So
me this, but I
beautiful.
just think if you start in the middle so you have more powdered sugar in the middle and then kind of gradually take it
Wow.
outward. Powdered sugar is also a really easy way to make things like sort of simple desserts look pretty. I see it on a lot of Italian desserts.
Italian desserts generally aren't very sweet.
No, and they're not like frosted.
I actually don't like Italian desserts as much as French desserts. They're a little sweet for me, but
That's
I
enough.
love an olive oil cake because it's just so easy and it's very moist and it's delicious. Beautiful. Okay.
Suddenly that looks beautiful.
Okay, where's your cake knife over there? And
pistachios in it.
Yeah,
It's
tell
a
me what
Meyer
it's in it.
lemon olive oil cake. Meyer lemon olive oil pistachio cake. So I used this in it, which is amazing because let me tell you, if you've ever made a cake, you know that if the batter gets too wet, if you use too much lemon juice, it can get too wet, and then the cake on the inside is too
Just do one.
mushy.
Just cut one piece for the display.
I'm cutting one piece right now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna cut it.
No.
Cut the other piece.
Sorry, no, but I'm just like, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I already cut two sides of it.
No, I was just explaining something that when there's too much lemon juice, that's how you get lemon zest, and lemon juice is how you get the flavor. But when there's too much lemon juice, it makes it wet. This, I got so much lemon flavor because of this olive oil.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So pretty. Stunning.
Okay.
Look at that.
It really is good with some whipped cream. This is not an allergy-friendly cake. This is gluten,
I'm
dairy,
sure we could make it allergy friendly
eggs.
though.
It's a Bruce-friendly cake.
About where to
Yeah,
put
just
this.
partial. Oh, that's perfect.
Right.
Okay. And lemon.
Wow.
Oh, here, you want me to do that?
Wow. That's so
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
Okay, photo.
That's the cake.
Photo, and then I'm gonna eat this one.
Yeah. Look at you. This is full gluten, full dairy and eggs. So not something I can eat, but I'm sure a lot of you saw the cakes I made this weekend. It's very possible to make yummy gluten-free cakes. I'm so gonna take that out.
Okay. Flowers behind?
There.
Okay. All right, here we go. Bruce,
And if you want
switch
to
with Kanaya. Let's have some cake, honeymoon.
if you want to
Well,
be crazy,
okay.
you can do a tiny, the teeniest little drizzle over it.
Let's do it.
Well, just for presentation purposes, it can also.
What is the
that's
name of this
beautiful.
cake?
This is a Meyer lemon olive oil pistachio cake. Wow, Violet, look how pretty it is with the.
So beautiful.
You don't think about using these oils, but they are so good on ice cream.
Yeah, they really
I'm
are.
telling you, this oil
They
with
really
a little
are.
bit of ice cream and a little bit of flaky salt. Try the creation.
Okay.
Okay, wait, you're not really, yeah.
Are you in camera?
Danielle just bought the bottle of lemon olive oil.
You will not be sorry.
No,
Use the promo code LEMON25, guys, for 25% off.
everything,
Yes.
site-wide.
Yum.
It's good.
Yum, and it's still warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a lot of the desserts I see in
Oh,
Italy.
wow.
Vero Chicky said, I want to be your camera girl. I'll work for food.
That is so good.
Looks delicious. It looks
And it's actually very easy to make.
very easy. It
It's
looks
a
actually
it's a one bowl.
one, not quite, but like it's really easy. It looks actually perfectly cooked.
Heidi
I do
said,
say so.
It is.
Heidi said, I've been using it on my avocado toast, mixing it over the tomatoes with a little bit of salt, and it's amazing.
Ooh, yum.
Heidi knows. Wow. Spectacular.
Yep.
You guys, somehow that hour flew by, but we made all three of our dishes. We had our Caesar salad with the Meyer lemon oil, which just gives it an extra zippy zing. Wasn't it extra zippy zingy?
Extra zippy
With the
zinging.
Meyer lemon? Yes. Fabulous. And then we made the potato gnocchi, which was a vegan, gluten-free option with that beautiful basil pesto. I haven't even had a bite today. But I'm going to go from olive oil cake to gnocchi in a heartbeat. That's ridiculous. That's like a little dream. And
This
then
this
we
is my
finished-
little dream right here.
We finished. We finished with the Meyer lemon. Sweet. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank
Love
you,
you.
guys.
Happy Passover to those of you celebrating this weekend.
Happy
don't
Coachella
forget
to those of you celebrating
we
that.
have Daisy's birthday coming up.
Yeah,
so
lots
there's
of things.
a show on Sunday with Leslie and Daisy, and we'll be back. You know where to find us. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Bye.
for joining us.
Bye.